Welcome to Fertility Friendly Food. I'm your host, Stefanie accredited practicing dietitian and nutritionist and director of the Dietologist, an Australian-based practice focused on optimising fertility through nutrition. This podcast will bring you snack-size episodes for you to learn, grow, and be inspired by the latest research, facts, and practical lifestyle tips about eating well for optimal fertility, helping you cut through the confusion and myths to take back some of the control on your fertility journey, one bite at a time. Well, hello there and welcome to this very special bonus episode of Fertility Friendly Food, the podcast. If you're new here, my name is Stefanie and I'm an expert fertility and preconception dietitian and nutritionist and founder of the Dietologist and of course the host of this podcast. And today's episode is all about understanding the benefits of a multidisciplinary team for fertility. But before we go any further, what on earth is a multidisciplinary team, or MDT for short? This is lingo that is often used in the medical and allied health fields, but I think when I say it to clients, they get the gist of it, but let's really sit down and define it before we get into this episode. So a multidisciplinary team involves multiple healthcare professionals from a variety of disciplines and backgrounds who are involved in the care of one person. The goal is for the healthcare professionals to participate in a collaborative way and communicate in order to address as many aspects of a person's care as possible. This is generally considered a more comprehensive way to look after a person's health needs, particularly in complex health scenarios, and ideally creates cohesion in the care and also streamlines the interventions and strategies a person is receiving from their healthcare team, because who hasn't felt overwhelmed by the fact that they've got homework from their physio to do at-home exercises, nutrition things to work on, medications to take, tests to go do, bloods to be drawn, and so on and so forth. It's a lot. So a multidisciplinary team care is ideally there to sing the same song and also streamline your care so that we reduce overwhelm. So here's an example of a multidisciplinary team when it comes to infertility or delays to conception, for example. So this could include your GP or general practitioner, or PCP for those in the US, your fertility specialist or reproductive endocrinologist, and your fertility team, for example, your fertility nurses, embryologists, and the team that goes on behind the clinic, your fertility dietitian, that could be us here at the Dietologist, your psychologist for some mental health support, and say your acupuncturist. Or perhaps you have had some genetic issues flagged in your journey and you are seeing a genetic counselor as part of your multidisciplinary care. So each team member has their role to play in your care with their own perspectives, opinions, approaches, and tools towards your goal and the team's common goal of helping you conceive. Now, the linchpin of a great multidisciplinary team is in fact communication and collaboration. You can have lots of team members, but if they're all singing a different song, it can leave you feeling really confused and more overwhelmed. So communication between healthcare providers is absolutely critical to delivering multidisciplinary care that benefits rather than hinders an individual. So you may be thinking, wow, Steph, that's a lot of people, which means more appointments, more time, and ultimately more money. And you're right. So what are the benefits of a multidisciplinary team when it comes to fertility care? You're getting the best of each healthcare provider rather than asking your doctor or nurse who may have had a little bit of exposure to nutrition and exercise in their degree when it comes to fertility, IVF, or preconception. You can instead take those questions to somebody who has studied extensively and commits all their time and energy to that area. For example, a fertility dietitian or an exercise physiologist who has studied and practiced in just that area, so you can get really specific, tailored, and expert advice. Sadly, It is really easy for our fellow healthcare providers who are not in our discipline to actually fall victim to the same misinformation that you can fall victim to as well, particularly I find in nutrition. So really important here to seek expert advice to avoid confusion and overwhelm and to give you a clear evidence-based plan to move forward. The next benefit is reduced confusion and improved clarity. In my experience, people with a great multidisciplinary team are less likely to Google things and send themselves into a real tailspin about what Dr. Google said, but rather they end up calling, emailing, or raising the questions that they have with the relevant healthcare provider in their next appointment, which gives them a lot more sense of ease and avoids that whole tailspin, anxiety-inducing scenario that you get of, oh my gosh, am I doing the complete wrong thing that you often feel once you've done a good old Dr. Google. Am I right? The next benefit is feeling supported in terms of both your physical and mental well-being throughout the process. And I honestly think that this sense of satisfaction and ease and support in what can be an incredibly challenging time in your life is just the value of that can't be stated enough. So I think this is one of the most amazing benefits of excellent multidisciplinary care in the fertility world. The next benefit is knowing that you're doing all that you can. You're seeking expert input in each area to enhance your chances of success. And this truly means the world to many clients that I see. If things don't end up going your way, you can continue on with the next steps without the feeling of what if or regret or what if I saw a dietitian or what if I worked on my exercise some more, what if I did acupuncture or what if I saw a different doctor. You know, those what ifs is what typically keeps you up at night. And so I think having that sense of knowing that you're doing what you can within your own means is so beneficial. The next benefit is collaborative and communicative care helps save you time, energy, and generally money too. Think of all the times you've had the same test done multiple times as another practitioner wants it done their way or send you for an additional testing that could have been batched, right? So having a great communication between all the team members really helps to streamline things like this. Testing is just one example. The next benefit is optimizing your safety. So we can really avoid things like medication, food, and supplement interactions when you've got great communication between providers. Now, medication and supplement names are hard to recall, but are really important to get right to ensure your safety. So just relying on you telling us what you're taking without like a written summary from, say, your medical team can sometimes cause issues because you might recall the name wrong or it might be spelt wrong when heard and so on and so forth. And that can create downstream issues. So that's just one example of optimizing safety, but great multidisciplinary care with lots of communication does improve safety as well. And the final benefit that I can think of, and I'm sure there's a million more, but a great multidisciplinary team helps to keep your care about you and goal-orientated towards what you want to get out of your care and or treatment. Having a common goal in a multidisciplinary team is crucial. This keeps us all on track and keeps it about your goals and your needs. And a great multidisciplinary team will always put this first. Now, like I said, there are a few key downsides of a multidisciplinary team. Time to get to each appointment. If coordination between providers isn't smooth, this can cost you more time and energy. And obviously the outlay of expense of having multiple healthcare providers involved in your care. However, if you can make it work, I truly believe the benefits do outweigh the downsides when it comes to multidisciplinary care for fertility. It's one of the things that I'm really passionate about. Here at the Dietologist, we do our utmost to be highly communicative with other team members, and nobody, this actually surprises a lot of people, but nobody pays us to do that. We do it out of wanting to deliver the very best care for you. So we often write long letters and reports back to your doctor, back to your allied healthcare providers, and so on, so that we're all on the same page to improve your safety, to improve your outcomes. And it's something that I'm really passionate about personally and is a really key value of ours here at the Dietologist as well. Now, I really wanted to give you a real feel for multidisciplinary care. So if you're thinking about trying to conceive in 2022, or you've been trying in 2021 and are wanting a fresh approach in the new year, then listen in. I have been so busy working away on what is an absolute dream project for me the past few months, alongside some fabulous collaborators, to bring you a first of its kind, fully online program designed to cover the fundamental aspects of medical, nutrition, exercise, and psychology to optimize your chances of conception in a really supportive and empowering environment. It's called Fertility 360, and I would love to invite you to join us as we start on January 31st, 2022. If you feel like your high school health class didn't teach you much about your reproductive health and fertility beyond how not to get pregnant, but now that you are trying to get pregnant, it feels like there aren't any classes or guidance about what you should be doing next, then Fertility 360 is absolutely for you. Inside, we provide a 360-degree approach to optimizing conception, each developed and presented by respected and leading professionals in each discipline to bring you confidence, clarity, and calmness on your preconception and fertility journey. The magic truly happens when these 4 areas of health cross over: medical, nutrition, exercise, and psychology, and I would absolutely love for you to experience it firsthand. Inside, we have Dr. Kavya Chiganti, doctor in general practice with a special interest in reproductive health, fertility, and preconception care, who discusses what you need to discuss with your doctor at that first appointment, deciphering the myriad of fertility tests, understanding and tracking your cycle and identifying your fertility window, and so much more. Then there's yours truly, Stefanie Vlaakis, accredited practicing dietitian with expertise in fertility and preconception, and I talk you through why preconception nutrition matters, how to optimize sperm and egg quality using diet and lifestyle strategies, support ovulation, implantation, build fertility-friendly meals, and navigate prenatal supplements, plus learn what you actually need to avoid when trying to conceive. Hint, hint, it is not dairy. Then we have the amazing Courtney Pollock, who is an accredited exercise physiologist who has a special interest in reproductive health, fertility, and pregnancy exercise. She talks you through key exercise considerations and modifications for fertility, as well as in early pregnancy and IVF treatments. Plus, she takes us through 3 at-home guided workouts so you can get your sweat on at home with her program. And last but certainly not least, we want to be taking care of not just body, but mind too. So I've invited Tanami Sonta, registered psychologist with an interest in preconception and perinatal mental health. And inside, she takes you through the impacts of mental health and stress on fertility and vice versa, and how we can change the way we think, utilize relaxation and mindfulness, and gives you a lot of practical strategies to help you if you're in the thick of waiting for conception, pregnancy, and even some of the changes that you may experience in the early parts of pregnancy too. So you're really well equipped and prepared. Plus, we are also hosting weekly live Q&As with each expert contributor. There are recipes, easy downloadables to take to your doctor, home workout videos, and so much more. I know you will walk away from Fertility 360 with more confidence, clarity, and calmness as you head into parenthood in the new year. So we are kicking off on January 31st, 2022. So if you'd like to learn more about Fertility 360, join us for this 4-week event to help educate, empower, and nourish you on your journey to growing your family. We would love to see you there. So at the time of recording, we are offering an early bird discount for those action takers who sign up before January 10th. The ultimate holiday gift for yourself and your future family is the gift of good health. So get that multidisciplinary team in your pocket for less, so you can watch and participate from your phone wherever you are in the world. Plus, we are so confident you'll love the program that if you aren't 100% satisfied within 14 days of the program commencing and you show us you've done the work, then we will give you a full refund. So really, you've got nothing to lose. We can't wait to see you inside. You can find out more about the program, the inclusions, and some frequently asked questions about the program via the link in the show notes below, or you can reach out to us on Instagram with your questions at @the_dietologist. I hope you enjoyed this very special bonus episode of Fertility Friendly Food about the benefits of a multidisciplinary team for fertility care. And we are excited to be working on season 3 of the podcast for the new year. I'd love to see you inside Fertility 360, and I can't wait to support all of you from around the world inside from the 31st of January. But until next time, everyone, bye.